Hello, everybody. In about 2 minutes, we are going to get started. So if there's anybody that you would like to join us, feel free to send them a quick text message. You are welcome to invite still, and it's going to be a great tonight. We've got a wonderful guest speaker on tonight, Irene Smith, who has an incredible story she's going to be sharing with you guys. So yeah, we will be right with you. Okay, hang in there.
It won't let me start the video.
Okay, let me find a way to do that for you. Just 1 second. All right, you should be able to try it now. Yay. Oh, you almost had it. There you go. Hello. There you go. It's working. Good.
That's what we want.
I know, right? I know. Well, I
We had a
would
little,
have you on. I'll be right back. I'm just going to do some quick housekeeping. If you want to keep welcoming everybody, I'll be right back. I'm just going to make sure we have the right presentation. Okay. So,
right.
okay.
Awesome. Okay. Let's see who's on here. Got 4 on here. Let's see. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not 4. Who else is on here besides George and Adrian?
All right, you guys, 1 minute before we get started, just hang in there. We'll be right with you. If you want to share this, the link is now in the chat. If you see the chat below, you are welcome to copy and paste that link and send it out to a few people and invite them to join us tonight. We've got a great presentation for you. We'll see you back in 1 minute.
Okay. Like we need some more light.
Yeah, well, thank you. It's 7 o'clock. We are so excited to be on here tonight with every single one of you. I am your host, Adrienne Carbonell Ruiz, and I am here with my special guest, Irene Smith. She is a top leader in our company 3, and she's had a ton of experience in this industry. Amazing, health and wellness advocate for years. She's taught me a lot of what I know. I've been a certified personal trainer for what, oh my gosh, over 20 years now. And Irene has taught me a lot too. Fun fact about Irene and I'm going to jump through real quick. We have known each other for probably about 16 years now, and we actually did a bikini competition together. You're not going to believe this. Irene was, is it okay if I say 62 years young at the time? And she took 5th place in a category that was 35 and older. So we both have quite an extensive knowledge of how the human body works, what you can do to make it better. And as you might agree, my friends, I always say, your biggest asset isn't all the finances sitting in your bank account when you've got a health issue. And so it's really important to make sure we take care of our health issues, and then we take care of our financial health, and we get to do both of those things here. So welcome, Irene. How are you tonight?
Oh, I'm so excited because we've just come off a convention. And anybody that was there can testify how exciting and energizing, informative and emotional and connecting it was. And I love the leadership. I loved how they went out of their way to do their top-notch best to present the changes and the new product and to provide moments of where we could connect with each other, take photos. It was just a great event.
Yeah, no, it's one of my favorite things. We have one big in-person event each year. It's like our shareholders meeting. A lot of us are founders in this company, so we come together once a year in person to help each other grow and learn from one another. And so yes, there's a lot of excitement. Plus we give out a lot of awards and have a lot of fun. And each one of us really here is like our own franchise owner for, that we're a part of 3. We're independent contractors for this company called 3, which we're going to introduce you tonight. If you've never heard of it before, you're in for a treat. And Irene and I, yeah, we've done this for a couple other companies, and this is the first company that really was put together by a group of leaders that came together. But Irene, I know what I saw, but what did you see when you said yes to 3? Like, what made you say yes?
I saw a fresh start. And I say that because I have loved being a part of the industry for a few decades now. And it's been a blessing to me financially, emotionally, socially. And I just enjoy the camaraderie of people with like-minded goals and with a focus on health. But what was different was that I felt like there was a level of trust that I wasn't feeling in regards to some of my past experiences of late. And so it just really was a blessing to know the people that I looked up to, like George and Adrienne, and their leadership abilities and their hearts were something that I could align myself with. And I think that if I hadn't known who Daniel Piku was, and I hadn't known George and Adrienne were involved, that perhaps I wouldn't have chosen as I did. So I think leadership is such a big part of any company that you look at. And then to see how amazing they just knew what they wanted to do, and they did it with such class.
Yeah.
So, and
we are a very classy company.
Yeah. For me is I live 3 minutes away from corporate office in Lehi, Utah. So that was really
Well,
fun.
I was going to say we are a very classy company because you're here.
Oh,
we probably wouldn't be as classy if you weren't here. We're attracting such high level business owners, such high level people to 3 who are getting excited about our product line and getting excited about our opportunity. So Irene, I'm going to start sharing some slides real quickly, and I'm just excited and thrilled. Let me make sure I can open this bigger for everybody. And let me know when you guys can see this. I would love to get like a thumbs up. And oh, did it go? Let me make sure that went. Oh, it's kind of freezing up right now. I'm sorry, you guys. Hang in there. Oh, here we go. Oh, no, that's an old one. Here we go. It's opening. Yay, we have a presentation. I opened twice. Lovely. All right. If I can do this, so can you. If I can make millions of dollars at this, so can you, my friends. Okay, so 3 stands for 3 things. It stands for loving yourself, loving your family, and loving your community. And really, it's about people, purpose, and a platform for entrepreneurship. And I really appreciate the name 3. At first, I was like, what? They're calling it 3? 3 what? But now I get it. People, purpose, platform, really loving on yourself, loving on others, and being a part of a bigger global community with, the type of business that we offer. And like we were kind of alluding to, my husband's been full-time in this business for 30 years, myself for 16. So this is not our first rodeo. And I'm from Austin, Texas. So we say rodeo a lot. This is not your first rodeo. But we were invited to the headquarters or to oh, thanks. Okay. Sorry, something just, okay, distracted me. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we were invited to a hotel in Las Vegas. This was 17 months ago, and we were surrounded by some of the top leaders in our industry. And it was nice to be able to see who was taking a look at what was coming together. And that was unique in and of itself. I have been in 2 other platforms. My husband's been in several. And nowhere, no way, no how has it ever been like leader driven, that people are coming together to collaboratively make an effort, and really having a group experience with international business builders from all over saying, hey, if we had the perfect company, this is what it would look like. And that's 3 International. And like Irene said, it's not very far from her house. It's in Lehi, Utah. We do also have additional offices in Hong Kong and Indonesia. I did have the pleasure of helping them open up Hong Kong. It was an amazing event. Just like Irene said, everything they do is first class. And we really are just a nice group of leaders that have come together. It's made such a huge difference. Our management team, Irene was saying, Daniel Piku. Yes, Daniel Piku is phenomenal. I just got off the phone with him today, and he's already into the field after our big event going, okay, where are we going to go next? What should we do? What do you think needs to be done to help advance the company forward and move forward? He's always so innovative. He's protective of the company and its leaders as well. And he's always making sure that, we're abiding by the policies and procedures and all this good stuff too, so that we're, never making any claims or anything like that. And so he's just a phenomenal businessman. He's had 20 years of experience, 6 years in this particular space in the e-commerce business, and he's just wonderful. He's got a lot of grit, a lot of heart, a lot of tenacity. Irene, do you want to talk a little bit about Dr. Dan?
Oh my gosh. I love Dr. Dan. There's something about his presence that you feel this energy, this light about him. I think anybody that's on this Zoom call that's met him knows what I'm talking about. He's such a beacon. And he is attracting, with that light that he has, so many amazing medical professionals and health professionals, all kinds of areas or walks of life, people that are seeking wellness. And I know that after meeting him, I thought there's just something special because he has such an excitement for the individual person's health. He really, truly wants to make a difference. And he's not all about recognition. He's about getting the word out. Any man that can love science like him and go out and do discovery and hug trees and kiss plants, he's got to be unique because he loves the molecular science. And he got that from his grandfather. And of course, support from his parents. He's a family man and just a man that has such integrity and a drive and thirst for knowledge. So we get to have the blessing of that with all these amazing products that we have. And we get to talk about those shortly because he's always looking for new ways to make sure the product can be received in the cell. That's called a nice word of absorption, how it can be absorbed. And we're going to touch on that later too, but he's amazing.
Yeah, he's phenomenal. He just discovered a new molecule with one of our new skincare products. I can't wait to share with you guys. But so he truly is amazing. He is not just like sitting in an office. He is definitely in a lab coat. He is working on our behalf to make sure that we have not only high quality products, but the right type of products to be able to absorb effectively, like you said. And then Troy Mower is our COO, and don't let that smirk fool you. He is a lot of fun and he is sharp. I mean, sharp as a tack. And he's the reason we were able to launch in 14 countries on day one. And our business model truly is cross-border social e-commerce. So let me give you an idea. Some people are like, I know what that is. And others are like, I don't know what that is. So I want you to know, when people first started saying social e-commerce, I thought I had to be dancing on videos all day long to make money. You don't have to, okay? You can if you want to, but you don't have to. And I usually, like, if we could see you, I would say, show me your hands if you've ever purchased a product off of social media, whether it was like LinkedIn or Instagram or Facebook or, something like that. And if you have participated in cross-border social e-commerce. So wherever you're at, wherever you have a hyperlink, wherever you can send somebody and point somebody in the direction of purchasing a product in that way, that is what we call social e-commerce. So, and there's more to it than that. I'm sure there's like a more definitive, like, definition of it, but that's pretty much what it is. So these are our 14 countries. We're in the US, Canada, Greater China, Hong Kong, Macau, Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, Taiwan, Japan, Thailand, Vietnam, Philippines, New Zealand, and Australia. And we're just getting started. So this is our phase 1 markets. Eventually we will be open in Europe and South America. And like I said, we're only 17 months old, so we're doing a really great job. And our target market is, one, we're looking for people who want business opportunity to work on their own time and space, right? Like, you don't want to have to clock in 9 to 5 every day if you don't want to. You're building up to not having to do that with something like this. The second thing is we're looking for people who want to have better health and wellness in their life. And hopefully that's all of you. I haven't met one person that doesn't want to have better health and wellness in their life. They just need it to be more simple, right? As a personal trainer for over 2 decades, I think simplicity is the name of the game. It really is the new sophistication. If you can simplify a good health routine, guess what? you'll stay consistent with it, and that is going to change your whole world. And the third thing is we're looking for people who want to be connected with a like-minded community for global collaboration, elevation, and support. And that's true. We really are, we have this really big vision of making sure that we're helping in all the countries that we're in, that we're doing it in a way that makes sense, especially for those countries and those markets. And so there's a lot that goes into that. There's a lot that entails that we can have smooth transitions in each country that we open, and that we're really elevating and supporting those areas. So Irene, I'm going to have you talk about our approach to wellness.
Well, I think most of the world is on the paradigm that we call old in our company, and that's reactive wellness. They go see a doctor, or they start thinking about their health or a supplement or some cool new thing that's trendy. Why? Because they've got an issue. They've got a gap they need to close in their health. And so that's when they start taking more cognitive choices and trying to do something proactive. But that means it's reactive, not preventative or proactive. And then we've always been taught, I know since I was in junior high, that, you are what you eat. And then we've been taught that there's nothing you can do about your DNA. Whatever you're born with, that's what's going to happen to you too, right? Well, we know it's different now. Thanks to Dr. Dan and some of the other great professionals we have working in tandem with our company. And so the new paradigm I've already alluded to, and that's proactive wellness. We try to do something initially before something happens to prevent illness, to embrace a whole lifestyle that encompasses our food, our water, our thinking, what we do, how we act and treat others, and our exercise and our sleep. I mean, it's all part of a package that we promote as a company. And it's not what we put in here, it's how much is actually absorbed once it gets in there. And then the other thing I mentioned a little bit earlier, and that's about Dr. Dan, how he loves to go out and do discovery work. And in the process of learning about new plants, new molecules, as we've learned recently, he goes ahead and he brings them back to the lab and does a curation format of taking a look at the phytonutrients from whole foods, plants that we know about, and new plants, so that can all come together and give us something that is marvelous and maybe no one else even has. And the future of proactive wellness is a science that everyone may not be aware of the name and what it is, but it's called epigenetics. Now that's the key. There's a little key in there. It's like genes, genetics. So nutrition, absorption, lifestyle, like I just listed, your environment, all these things are going to determine your actual health and how long you live, longevity. Mm-hmm. So yeah. It's a wonderful new world out there with 3.
Yeah, it truly, truly is. And we actually have an entire scientific advisory board, and these are medical professionals who are putting their certifications on the line to be a part of what we're doing here at 3. They're saying, yes, I like these products. I appreciate the way they're formulated. I love how they absorb into the body. They truly make a difference, right? And all of our products are actually listed in the PDR, the prescriber's digital reference. So your doctor literally can find our entire line of products outside of our newest product in the PDR. I mean, Dr. Jessica's been a friend of mine down in Texas for quite a while now, and she's phenomenal. But guess what? She's very picky about what she puts in her body. The other day, she told me I couldn't have a pickle because it had green dye in it. So anyways, I had to rethink where I was buying my pickles. So she's very, very particular. And I know many of these medical professionals are. Dr. Tim Schneider was just a joy to listen to at this last event, where he really talked about the health benefits of the product. And he hosted a panel with all of our doctors. And guess what? They're not paid to be here. This is a volunteer army, right? They're on here pro bono promoting what we're doing here at 3 because they believe in the product line. They believe that it will make a difference in your life. And so we're going to real quickly dive into a little bit of our science and technology. Irene, I know you've kind of been through this, but do you want to share a little bit more about exploration, curation, and absorption?
Yes, and I just want to say, I look at that lineup of professionals as a battalion of experts in the field of health. One of them even operates out of the Mayo Clinic. I mean, I know of no other company that can say that. No. So In regards to those three areas, though, within the science and technology, the first one I've mentioned earlier about hugging trees and kissing plants, but Dr. Dan is known for being close and personal with nature. He loves getting out there and feeling grateful. He expresses his gratitude openly and unabashedly, and he doesn't care if he comes off as a nerd or a geek. He calls himself that even because he's so into the science of what's out there in nature. And I'm loving the fact that he wants to do something different. We don't have these synthetics in our products. We don't have drugs in our products. They're all whole food, concentrated, and ready to go to work in a live manner so that they can make a difference. So being out in the exploration, whether it's winter time, because it might be a better time to go and gather something, or out in the deserts of Utah versus the mountains and the snow here, or maybe at a lake or a forest in Washington, which is where I grew up. We've seen him in all these elements, gathering things and bring them back to the lab. Curation, again, is like I mentioned a little earlier. You can see the picture on our screen there where he's taken all these things and made them clean and perfectly, getting them in a space where they can hold on to their properties, stored in such a manner, temperature, etc. And then he goes to work doing testing in the lab and figuring out what works best together. That's called curation. And then the cellular absorption. Do you know, Adrian loves this too, I know. Most companies don't even include not even a single way for the products. Maybe they've got great raw products, but they don't have a delivery system. And a delivery system is like when the barge comes up to the cell, it unlocks the door to the cell because it has the right key. It deposits the nutrients and then turns the barge into a magnet that pulls the toxins, comes out of the cell and locks the door behind it. So that's the image I love. And he knows how to do that, not just with one, but with 12 now, 12 different ways of cellular absorption. And I mean, if most companies don't even have one, can you imagine how that elevates the quality of our products?
Massive.
Actually going to get inside and do something. And that's why we have the growth that we do, because they actually work and they are not going to create expensive urine.
Yeah, I love that. That's so true. It's all about absorption, right? We used to say you are what you eat, but that's slightly inaccurate now. It's about what you can actually absorb, right? And so this is all about that. That's what this is all about. Here we are in the PDR, the Prescriber's Digital Reference. 3 products are recognized by this authoritative publication, and it is trusted by most medical professionals. So if you guys are working with a medical professional right now and you're saying, well, should I try these? Should I not try these? You know, you may as well just go in and have that conversation with your doctor. They can look up the products and say, yeah, this is what we would recommend using or not. And so that's what I love about it. But most of our doctors go, wow, this is really great. These are superfoods, they're antioxidants, they're beautiful blends of ingredients that, you know, help the body do what it's supposed to do. So we're going to talk a little about our studies too. We do have third-party clinical studies. We've got a cellular absorption study. We have our epigenetic study, which Irene shared, and we have a superoxide study. So for those of you guys who are on tonight, you want a little bit deeper dive, or you want to do a deep dive. If you're a medical professional or health professional, we usually see a lot of you wanting to dive into these. And so we'd be happy to send those PDFs over to you for you to really dive in. Just know what that study snapshot is saying on the cellular absorption is a lot of our products absorb up to 30% higher than most products, and at the max 95% higher into the cell. So a pretty unique study there. Epigenetics means several of our products have been tested and been proven to actually change certain gene functions in the body for the better. You know, like GLP-1, for example, you know, increasing GLP-1 means that you have better stabilized blood sugar through your day. Oftentimes people can have, you know, the health benefit of releasing pounds and inches. So it's, you know, beautiful blends of ingredient, but you're doing it naturally. Superoxide has to do do with, it was an in vitro study that was done that talks on just one of our products called Revive, which is an anti-inflammatory, and it talks about how it reduces superoxide in the body, or in other words, many ways that we walk around with either chronic or acute inflammation. So you guys will want to dive into those. And here is our incredible product line. And real quickly, Irene, we have a new product. Do you want to talk a little bit about, oops, my bad. Let's go back through here real quickly, and then we'll introduce the new product. I clicked it. I got so excited. I went straight to the newest product.
I know, that's where we all are in our
Yes.
mind.
We have 6 amazing products. Go ahead, Irene. Share with us what you love about the products.
6, what a number. Then we added one more, the number of perfection, 7. But, for the 6 that we have started out with, boom, right away, and all in the PDR, we have Vitalite. All these names are actually French. And so I know there's the correct way to say them. And then there's the acceptable way to say them. And it doesn't really matter. It's that it works. So Vitalite or Vital, however you want to say it. Vitalite is a core product, the foundational product of our company. Everyone needs to have vitamins and minerals. However, in other companies, we've always seen quite often double packs, an AM and a PM. This company, we only need one because it absorbs so well. And what's in there? It's not just vitamins and minerals and all the trace minerals as well, but it has what else that we used to pay extra for? Probiotics, prebiotics, digestive enzymes. It's amazing to see the buffet, if you will. As you can see on our slides there, it looks like a little sweet buffet of the ingredients, but all these wonderful things that help create with a wonderful delivery system. And it makes you feel energetic. Adrienne has an amazing story about that herself, of in one day, noticing the energy level rise, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. The second product I have a little love affair with, it's called Revive, and that's because it reduces inflammation. We call it, there's a little subtitle under each one of these labels. If you look closely, you can see. The first one was the Nourisher, which is probably a given. This one is called the Restorer. And the reason for that is, as you get older, I'm 73. And, when I came back to town after being gone for a little while, I had such swelling and inflammation in my right knee. I'd suffered with it for about 4.5 years. And so I was no longer able to feel comfortable going on hikes or climbing my stairs in my home, or playing pickleball as easily, let alone tennis, or yoga. It kind of broke my heart. I felt like this means I'm really getting old. But what I say is no accident. 3 had this product, and in 3 weeks, not everybody may have this, I had the releasing of inflammation in my knee and the mobility returned. Wow. So to have curcumin and I want to read this, the shiitake mushroom extract and the buckthorn fruit oil and my piperine menthol. There's a whole bunch of great ingredients in here I wanted to give, but I'm feeling pressured to move on. But it does release your stiffness. It helps increase your mobility. And one real quick note I want to say is that we've learned recently from a survey I read that people go to nursing homes or a home where they can just be around other people, not necessarily because they're sick. It's because of their lack of mobility. And so this is very important. The third one is Immune or Immune, and it's the protector. And we all went through the pandemic. We all had either ourselves or others close to us affected by that. And everything that I was pulling off the shelves individually added up quite heavily into my pocketbook. But some of the things that are included in there, they all fight against virus. And we have even silver in there, nano silver in there. And we have elderberry, which was one of the main herbs that they couldn't keep on the shelves. And then other elements that help not just boost, but moderate our immune system. And so that's really important when you want to have it go beyond where it needs to be. But it's such a comfort to know that's protecting yourselves and helping you. And Purify is another one dear to my heart. I had a metal taste in my mouth for a year and a half. And Adrian said, why don't you try the Purify? And I go, la, 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 and I thought, I've already tried everything and I have. And she said, just do it. Well, guess what? 3 has the product Purify, and in 3 weeks, the metal detox was out of my body and no more metal taste in my mouth. So after a year and a half of searching for something, that was quite amazing answer for me. And so that's why it's called the detoxifier. And then we have 2 other products left. Eternal is one of my favorites. And I pulled it out here because I always have this around. It's in my purse, it's in my car, it's up in my bedroom where, if I'm on a bunch of Zoom calls, this helps me and feel energized. And I know it's really great for me and it helps with aging, right? So it's a rejuvenator. So the Eternal has the mother of all antioxidants, which is glutathione, along with some collagen and a lot of other superfruits in it that really create an amazing product that delivers like number 10. And you know what? It tastes good. Even little babies love it. Moms have to keep it kind of up high because they'll go through their entire box when they're not looking. I've heard stories. And then the 6th one is Collagen A or collagen. It's called the I can't see. It's called the Regenerator, right? Right. So I know that after 30, we don't have the production of collagen that we all were born with. And Dr. Dan tells us that collagen that's produced in your own body is the best collagen for you. But when your body stops producing it, sometimes entirely, you get to be my age, then you have to look for ways to help rejuvenate the production. And that's exactly what Dr. Dan has done with this formulation. So what's happening is that for 10 days, we take the collagen A, and then for 20 days, we're off. And during that period of time, that 10 days, it's like priming a pump. And our brain goes, I love this collagen. We've got to keep this coming. And when it stops, the brain says, what is happening? I'm going to have to figure out, I got to start producing it again. And that's what the goal is. So I notice for myself, when I have been in that 10-day period, especially, I see a difference in my skin. I can see it in the mirror. I see it in my eyes and my hair, my nails, and it really does make a difference. And it's also great because there's so much protein in it because it is collagen. Often take it before bed. Yeah. So sleep.
Wonderful. Yeah. And honestly, all these 6 products, we call them the simple 6 because they're super easy to take on a daily basis. You can space them through your day. You can take them all at once if you want to. But really, I like to do the collagen before I go to bed at night. I feel like it helps me sleep better. I take Eternal any time of day. I start my day or end my day with Purify. So right before I go to bed, a lot of times I'll take 1 or 2 Purify. The Immune I take with my Vitality and my Revive, usually either right before lunch or right after. And so that's kind of the way that I mix all of them into my day. You don't have to do all of them if you don't want to. I highly recommend it if you do, because they're all like synergistically made to work together, in a true daily wellness routine. And then last but not least, we have our newest product, like you said, the Perfect 7. I really feel like this rounds us out. We have an incredible new super serum called Visage. And Visage, you guys, is a cutting neurocosmetic. There are some other neurocosmetic formulations out there. I think there's 2 of them, but they're mostly talking about the way they feel on the skin. Ours is a little bit different. Our formulation is quite unique, you guys. Yes, it supports the health of the skin, but it has neurites and feel-good molecules that actually absorb into the skin. And when you put it on, around your eyes and on your face, once it's absorbed, you guys, seriously, you start to feel happier. It increases NAD plus, it increases serotonin and dopamine, and it literally makes you happier. So not only is it focused on, really increasing neurite length, I know this is very scientific, and also stimulating DHEA levels, which increase dopamine, release, it increases dopamine release, but it also increases a positive emotion in stressed out people. Anyone know what stress feels like? Right? So I'm slightly obsessed with this product. I have had the privilege of being able to use it for the last 90 days, even before it was released at our convention just last week. What I liked about it is like the first round, I was like, oh wow, that was really, that was kind of fun. The second, I was like, okay, that's better. The third, oh my gosh, 90 days on this product, and it's like you have a whole new face. It's like a face-off experience, whole new face, reduced fine lines and wrinkles, reduced hyperpigmentation, any sun damage or skin, any type of skin damage you have, you'll see a reduction in that, a lightening of that. It's just a beautiful, beautiful blend of ingredients. So the way that you use it is you would cleanse your face like you normally would with a cleanser. You can tone if you like. It's not necessary, but you can. And then you do one pump of Visage. You put it all over your face and down your neck. We don't want to forget that. I also was rubbing it on the back of my hands. I need to do more of that, though. I've been saving a lot of it for my face. But you want to make sure you hit the back of your hands as well. Yeah, your décolletage, down your neck and your décolletage on your chest, yes. And then you want to let it dry, let it soak in. I kind of fan my face like that, and then I'll put on a moisturizer. But I've noticed I actually don't need as much toner as I used to, and I actually don't need as much moisturizer. It has wonderful ingredients in there. One of them is called bakuchiol. I know it's not a fun word, bakuchiol, and it's the one I remember because it's kind of like the newest, most natural form of vitamin A, which is what usually companies use retinol. Retinol is typically, they synthesize it, so it's a synthetic form of vitamin A, and it can cause adverse reactions like drying out of skin and things like that, which some people need. But in this case, it's like the better version of that. Okay, it's the better version of retinol. And I love retinol products, don't get me wrong, but this is just working so much better than my retinol products. And the retinol moisturizer that I had, I'm using like 3/4 less of it. So it is a beautiful product. Irene, do you want to share your
Oh,
results with Visage?
I
Because you'll
do. I was on the call last night, the Wellness Wednesday call we have each week. And Dr. Dan, we were all privileged to hear from him with a focus on this particular product. And the one thing that stood out for me, there are a couple of things, was the vitamin C. Because for me, I noticed a brightness to my face. And I have to say, just backtrack to convention. I went and talked to Dr. Dan, and I'm telling you, he looked younger. I kid you not. And then I ran it, and this is before we knew about the product. I thought, how come, was it just me or the lighting? Because how come Dr. Tim, he
Oh, good.
looks younger. And I
Oh,
went up to him and I said, I can't stand it. I have to tell you, his skin was so tightened and smooth and it was glowing. And I said, I just saw you in Anaheim. I don't get it because you look 10 years younger. He just started giggling kind of. And of course, I figured out the next day on Friday. But it wasn't just my own experience that I have had, but I saw it remarkably working in others. But the thing that Dr. Dan let us know is the reason for the brightness is the vitamin C. The quality of the vitamin C and the delivery system of it is what's responsible for that glow on our skin. And I feel like, I'll tell you what I did before I got in this Zoom. I went upstairs and I looked at myself and said, you look tired, Irene. I was just on a Zoom with George and I looked at myself before we got off. I said, oh my gosh, I've got to go do something. And all of a sudden my brain went, go put some of the Visage on. So I did. I put it all around here, around my eyes. And I just thought I kind of felt like I had a little recharge, and I felt like I got that happy feeling back. I mean, that's how fast it works for me.
yeah.
So I'm not exaggerating. It's the truth.
I know. No, I encourage everybody to get their own experience because I feel like I took my before and after results and people were like, oh my gosh, but now there's so many coming out and it's only been days, like 2, 3, 4, 5 days, and people are already going, wow, I feel better. and I'm already seeing results. So this product is powerful, it's super fast. There's a lot of science behind it. I've used a lot of skincare products. There's nothing I would compare this to. I mean, truly, it's kind of in its own unique category. It's just an amazing, truly a super serum. It's a little miracle product is what it is. Well, I'm excited to talk a little bit more about the business part of this. So for those of you who got excited about our products and could see yourself using one or two or all of them on our daily basis, we want you to know that we are looking for people to promote our product. So whether that's you or somebody you know, that's how we build business here. That's e-commerce, right? That's you going, gosh, I'm excited. I'll try the products. And if I'm a raving fan, I'll go out and share it. And that's how we all started. I know Irene and I both started that way. We're like, well, let me try the products and see how it goes. And if I like them, then I'll talk about them, right? I'll at least share them with a few friends or some people who I know would be interested. So that's what this is all about, you guys. And we want you to know that if you were to come on board, you're going to be a part of this first group of people, this first movers advantage in I mean, we've only been around 17 months. Like I said, we did a little over 67 million in the first year. We're already over 100 million. We're a debt-free company. We're really the company to watch. We were in business for Home Magazine. That's BFH. It's kind of like our Forbes magazine. We are already a AAA rated company in less than 6 months, which means definitely we're off to the right track. We're producing the right results to be at that caliber and listed in the magazine in that way. So I'm just so thrilled to be a part of what we're doing. I'm really proud of what we've created from the very start of this. And I can't even imagine where we're going to be in 5, 10, 20 years from now, but I can tell you this much. Those who say yes now and get on board, whether you start, really small or you start really big, you're going to have a result, right? You're going to have something really great that happens to you here, whether that means you're getting paid a couple $100 a month just to share them, or you're getting paid thousands of dollars per week. So I'm excited because it really is, we're really offering you sort of this business in a box mentality where you come on board, you try the products, you put them in your body, you see how you feel. We give you a robust replicated website that's already e-commerce ready. It has a back office that manages and tracks your business. So CRMs, reports, things like that. We've got marketing and media tools to promote your business so you can be present on social media without having to come up with all of the material on your own. And we have training systems and supportive global systems that we all use together. And that's what's really nice about it. We're all thinking the same. So truly a turnkey business system. Now, how do we get paid, right? How do you make the big bucks? How do you make money? Well, there's 6 ways that you can earn right now. Of course, we do have contests and promotions. We just announced cash bonuses that are going to be fun. So a lot of extras happening right now. But the first way is through retail commissions. So very simply put, if you were to, try Visage, for example, and you showed a friend your before and after, and you sent her, she said, I'm interested in trying it. And you sent her your customer link. She clicks on the customer link. She orders the product. Guess what? You get paid 25% commissions and you get paid the next day. So boom, just like that. Very similar to, I want to say affiliate marketing, but I feel like we're honestly even better than affiliate marketing in a lot of ways, right? And so I really do like the simplicity of that. The next thing we offer is what's called introductory bonuses. So there are certain packages and packs of products that are put together, and you save money when you purchase in those packs, things like that. But when people purchase that, every first order, you make an additional bonus. So very much like a referral bonus, right? You referred somebody, they ordered a particular product or a product pack, you make an additional bonus on that very first order. So that's a lot of fun. I mean, I've had a girlfriend when she first got started made over $3,500 just in introductory bonuses, within 2 weeks. So, I mean, you just never know. And then the third thing is through something called commission overrides, which is where we build a team of people. So for example, let's say I enroll Irene, okay? And Irene comes on board. Now that would be really good because Irene's had some experience in this industry. And I teach Irene like how to use the products, how to share the products, and she goes out and she starts doing that. Well, boom, there's commissions coming down one side of my organization. It's like I'm helping her build her own franchise. And then I go and I enroll Nicole. And Nicole gets going, and she used to be in pharmaceutical sales, but she's like, I'm all about this. I'm done with the chemicals and all of that. And I'm all about building this globally and helping people win through daily wellness systems that are simple and effective. So she gets going, boom, and she starts taking off. Well, then they go get people, right? And they go get people and so on and so forth. And that's how it builds. And it's something that I've looked at for years. This is probably one of my favorite business models of all time. You only need two really great people to get going, and you're like that much closer to becoming a multimillionaire. No guarantees. Definitely, it's based on your own efforts. But that is exactly what happened to me when I first started in this industry. I was a single mom. I had, 4.5-year-old twin girls at the time. I was working 2 jobs. I was doing part-time personal training, and then I had an outside sales and marketing job. And when somebody introduced me to this model of business, I honestly was like, that can't be real. Like, if the numbers don't lie, then this is like the perfect business model, right? I mean, it's people helping people helping people. So I got really excited. I couldn't sleep that night. And I was like, hey, I'm going to just keep diving in and looking for examples of success in this industry. And I found so many over and over and over and over again. And I was like, hey, if Becky can do it, so can I. If Susan can do it, so can I, right? If Kathy can do it, so can I. And so I just started diving in, and I was like, oh my gosh. So, and you guys, it changed my whole world. I went from making a couple $100 a month to over 6,000 per month, from 6,000 moving forward. And, my husband will tell you, it becomes game over at some point. Well, you guys, you are in prime time right now for this first initial phase of the growth and the building of 3, that yes, you are going to capture commission. You're going to capture commission overrides. Yes, you're going to get referral matching bonuses, which means if I help Irene make a 6-figure income, 8 to 10,000 per month, roughly, I'm making 30% of that, right? We pay better than Keller Williams on our referral matching bonuses. So if you've got real estate business friends, call them, because there's a lot of people who are looking for a side hustle or something else to earn additional income, and doing it in the health and wellness space is a non-compete, and it's perfect. And that's exactly what we do. We pay through referrals, and you guys can earn big matching bonuses. Off of one person, you can earn up to $350,000 a year just in matching bonuses. That doesn't even include all the other ways we earn. We also have global bonus pool, which means that when you're a position called 4-star and above in the company, which I'm fortunate to be one of those because of my team, we earn an additional bonus. So I highly encourage you guys to advance in the company and move forward and share with as many people as possible. Just like you'd share a good movie or you'd share a good restaurant, we pay you to share 3. That's what this is about. It's like, could you get excited about telling your girlfriend that you loved the way you felt on the multivitamin Vitality? It's better than any multivitamin you've ever tried. Of course, you would have to try it to know, but that's what people do. And then they go share links and they get paid. I mean, it's truly phenomenal. And then we also have a global founder pool, which I'm going to talk about founders packs in a minute. We still have some left. But the global founder pool is for people who opt in with a particular pack. They can actually revenue share with our company. So we grandfather you in as a founding member, where you earn an additional 2% off the entire global sales of the company in a pool with the other founding members. Now, it might not be too much right now. It's nice to get that couple extra $100 to $1,000 a month right now. But what will happen is, as the company advances and as we become $1 billion company, which we know that's where we're headed, that's where we're headed, right? That's gonna be like a 6-figure income, all because you came on as a founding member and you helped a few people get started. So I love the way that our rewards plan is put together. It's the most lucrative rewards plan I've ever seen in this profession. So if you guys have ever tried other network marketing companies or other things like that, I encourage you not to compare. I encourage you to just take a look at the way that we earn. You can ask the person that invited you on, because you're going to see some significant differences, and we go really deep for dough. So I really appreciate the way it's put together. There's 2 options to choose from. If you're like, whoa, I just want to try the products, there's 2 options to choose from. You can be a retail customer, you can be a business builder, or you can be both, really. Like, you can come on and try that way, and you can always upgrade to being a brand ambassador. But the 4 packs that we offer, really, for $30, you can be a member. It's less than a Costco membership, and you save, like you subscribe and save. Just like with Amazon, you can subscribe and you save additional 10% every time you have products shipped to you monthly. Now, this is an initial order. You don't have to purchase this monthly. This is just to get you started. We do have an intro pack for $200. You get to try 3 of our flagship products: the Vitality, the Eternel, and the Immune. We also have a premium pack, which is $600. You get to try all of the products plus 2 Visage right now. That's phenomenal. I get excited about that pack. Yeah, I think it's great. This would be really great. You and your spouse or a significant other can share a lot of what's going on here in this pack. But really, if you really want to share, I would dive into a builder pack. It says as if you spent, $400 each on a getting started pack, but you're getting double the product. So you're getting 2, wherever you see a number, by the way, that's the amount of boxes. So like 2 boxes of Vitality, 3 boxes of collagen, right? And you get to have a really great experience. 4 bottles of Visage, that's a 2-month supply. All of our products come in a month supply. So, I mean, you guys are going to have an incredible experience with that. I love it. Like I love it. Like all of these packs are phenomenal, but probably my favorite pack is the founder pack. And that's because we have it for a limited time. It is $2,800. It's as if you bought all of your products for a year up front. And then these are the products you get in it. So you get all these months supply. Now, yes, you can order more, but the real advantage to this is the fact that yes, you're going to have an incredible product experience and you're going to have enough products to sample out as well. If you feel like sampling, you can do that as well. But this is like all your business in a box. Just for doing this, you guys, it's phenomenal what can happen. This is where you get grandfathered into that 2% revenue share, where you're really, out there making a difference in the world and getting paid even more to do so. So founders will have that advantage. They'll have that first movers advantage just because they came on with this pack. And I look at this and I think, oh my goodness, if I were to go start a gym, it would cost me well over $2,800 to start a gym, right? But I would know that my upside potential was to make 6 or 7 figures if I'd really, marketed it right, really built out a great business, was a product of my product. The same thing happens here. You're like buying a franchise for $2,800 that you're coming in and you're building, and we're giving you all the tools and the materials to do so. And we're giving you an additional bonus on top of that. Come on, right? I mean, that's pretty phenomenal. And Irene and I are both founders. Irene, do you want to say why you chose to be a founder as well?
Well, I saw the vision and the potential. And like I said, been in other companies before, and I never did do the founding like some would in the beginning. And I thought, I wonder what that would be like. Well, when we got down to brass tacks and we learned that you would be earning 2% of all global sales, I just flipped. I thought, for someone that can actually embrace having a vision, go down the road a ways. And we're already in 15 countries now because we added one since when we started this and launched. And so here we have this huge global machine where it's seamless. And I can see how it'd be simple. You don't have to buy a membership in each country like we used to in the other companies I was in. So you are totally in business globally, just by coming on with your $30. I've never seen that before. And other companies allow you to buy in and do things, but then they don't give you the products, or maybe they'll give you the products, but we get both here. We get product, we get a great position. We are able to garner that 2%, and it's going to only get bigger and bigger. We just got started. We're only in a little beyond our first year.
Yeah.
So it's exciting.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. We want to thank every single one of you for coming on tonight. One thing I would ask is that you're either a 1, a 2, or a 3. And you're like, what is she talking about? I'm not a 1, 2, or 3. Yes, you are. Each one of you is either a 1, a 2, or a 3. Okay. You're a 1 if you're like, I'm not interested in the business, but I would like to try the products. So text the person that invited you on and say, I'm a 1. I really want more product information. I'm excited to try. Send me some links. I'd love to take a deeper look, right? The second person is like, I'm interested in both. In other words, if I tried these products and I saw a different experience, if I got glowing skin, if I started to feel more natural energy, I wouldn't say no to sharing. In other words, I would be okay with earning some additional income, right? That would mean you're a 2. So make sure you text the person that invited you on and say, hey, I'm a 2. I'm thinking about it. I need to know. I need to get product information, products in my body. But if I like what I see, I'll go out and I probably would share. The third person is like, you're like, I'm all in. I heard what Irene said about founding member. I understand revenue share. I'm a business-minded person, right? I'm not somebody who's going to want to leave money on the table. Bring me the founders pack. That means you're a 3. Okay. So you want to text the person that invited you on here tonight and say, I'm a 3, right? And they'll go, okay,
I'm a 3 for 3.
Yes. And you guys, we will help get you started with a founders pack, and you're going to have a phenomenal experience. And honestly, like for me, like it's the best package. And it's just it's a great way to start a business and to get something going. I just trust me. We've got lots of training materials. You guys, we meet daily. I mean, we truly do. We meet every morning at 9 a.m. We've got masterminds and all sorts of beautiful things that you guys can plug into. So we're excited to have you. And Irene, thank you so much for being with us tonight and sharing your product knowledge with us, and really being a product of the product. And you're just such a You're just such a diamond. I'll say that.
I'm
So
kind of partial because I love Adrian, so I appreciate her sweet comments and her compliments. I really do. And I saw Kenyon on here tonight, and I had to say, Kenyon, I bet you were loving the 3-on-3, right? He loves that, the three. He
he's
says, "Go
always
sign
telling
up,
us
sign up 3." Yeah,
that I think he's
three.
getting cards from Kenyon. 3-on-3. All right. We hope all of you guys are at 3. We're going to be closing this meeting out, but it is not over. It's just the beginning. So make sure you get back to the person that invited you on, and we will talk to you soon. We hope to be able to welcome you to the team soon, my friends. Okay. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much. We'll be here next Thursday. Same link. All right. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye. Thanks, Irene. Good night. Bye-bye.